He's like a fish out of water. He's like gasping for air. Holy shit, look at him. He's like... Hey, everyone, let's do a nice calming exercise together, okay? Are you ready for it? Okay, everyone, take a nice deep breath, okay? Congratulations, you have just flexed on the President of the United States of America. There you go, folks. You've done him dirty. You congrats, you know? You got one leg up on the guy, you know? Nicely done, people. Well done, well done. There's actually a lot of really wacky information coming out with regards to the Trumpster. Apparently, his lead doctor, that weasel, who we saw at the press meeting just yesterday's stream, has said that Trump demonstrates no symptoms today. Literally 12 hours after videos of Trump practicing his strangulation acting. Out there, you know, in public. Holy shit. So there's a lot of disinfo coming out around Trump's like current health. Where's the fucking quote? Why do I never prepare anything for stream? You know, that's how you guys know I'm authentic, that I'm not just like a showrunner who just like divulges information at you. Because I don't prepare for anything, okay? I don't prepare. I have no idea what I'm gonna do at any point in time. I haven't planned a sentence out ahead of the one that I'm on right now. You should show his fashy video tweets from the last night, Lamau. You know, we probably should take a look at that, shouldn't we? Did Donald Trump retweet the statement from his doctor? No, that'd be too convenient for me, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be. It'd be too convenient for me. Folks, you want to talk about Shoe's Discord leaks? Oh, yeah, wait. Shoe on Head's Discord leaks, yeah. You mean they had a Discord and Shoe on Head was like, yeah, I think people should have health care. And people screenshot it and they were like, Shoe on Head goes mask off. Throats the commie cock to the hilt, you know, or some shit like that. People like Sargon and Short Fat Otaku just absolutely coping in the replies. Oh yeah, speaking of intense copium, dude. Yeah, it really does seem like Nick Videos, the TikTok dude, has completely doubled down on the Groyper shit, which is really, really, really funny. I really, really hope we get the opportunity to debate now, because it would be so disappointing. It'd be so disappointing if that idiot ended up escaping a verbal thrashing. I talked to him. He said like he's prepping for college or some shit like that. But apparently it's time to talk with other TikTokers and get blown out in debates with them. So we'll see if that happens. Okay, listen, I'm a patient man. I'm like a crocodile, you know, at a marshy riverfront. You know, like a. You know, I just sit there with my mouth open, and I wait for the fish to swim in between my open jaws. And then it's too late, you know? It's by that point, it's too late. Yeah. You know how it is, baby. Yeah, I numb them. You know how it is. Anyway, what was I doing? Here, come here. All right. Fucking chill. This tweet violated Twitter rules about spreading misleading and potentially harmful information regarding COVID. Still doing the flu comparison.
And it's really something very special. The doctors, the nurses, the first responders, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you.
By the way, I could be incorrect on this, but I'm almost positive that I'm not. I'm pretty sure this is green screened. I'm pretty sure Trump is talking in front of a green screen that's been superimposed over a video behind him. If you take a look at the pixels, the way the lighting doesn't match on him and on the flags just behind him, the way the shadows don't cross, I'm pretty sure this is a green screen.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and it's really something very special. The doctors, the nurses, the first responders, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it. We have the best medical equipment. We have the best medicines, all developed recently. and you're going to beat it. I went, I didn't feel so good. And 2 days ago, I could have left 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I felt great, like better than I have in a long time. I said just recently.
Dude's high as a fucking kite. What's up with his voice? Well, as I've elaborated, he's high as a fucking kite. Now, this probably isn't a hot take for you guys, you know? You probably guessed I'd say this, but it really is fucking evil to be the president of the United States who caused hundreds of thousands of Americans to die, to then say, don't let COVID dominate your life, you know? Don't take it too seriously. Come on, guys, it's chill. After going to Walter Reed Medical Center and getting free medical care, after paying nothing in taxes. Like, there are so many layers to this, you know? It's so multi-tiered. Where you can, okay, so first of all, hold on. Just today, his doctor said that he demonstrates no symptoms, okay? Now, that is not technically impossible. Does anyone remember the timeline for Herman Cain's death? Because it didn't take 4 days. It took like 24. You know, it was Herman Cain gets sick, he's feeling under the weather, you know? And then he climbs back, and it's like, hey, Herman Cain's doing great, doing great, doing great, doing great. And then Herman Cain fucking died. Because it comes in waves. It was 37 days later, I believe. Man, it was a while, though. Trump has been diagnosed, according to the official timeline, for 5 days. Which means that we find ourselves in a bit of a dilemma, okay? Now, there are only 2 possible options here. And both of them have a conspiratorial bent to them, okay? One of them is that Donald Trump, an obese 74-year-old moron, is the first human being to ever beat COVID-19 in 5 days because of the high-level medical treatment and the experimental drug cocktails he was given. Or, that's step one, or his doctor, who has already been wildly dishonest in his coverage of the president's health, is continuing to be dishonest. Now, you're going to have to make that choice on your own. I can't lead you. Listen, I'm leading you to the water. I can't make you drink. It is my personal opinion. Trump is probably on a stupendous drug high right now. He's probably feeling on top of the world. It seems unlikely to me that the treatment he's received has eliminated the recurring waves of lethality that accompany COVID-19. And in all likelihood, he's probably going to get rushed to Walter Reed again sometime like in a week. Which, let me tell you, by the way, is going to be fucking amazing. With all the conservatives right now who are just, their cocks are just raw from beating themselves off. Dude, you see Paul Joseph Watson say Trump has Chad energy for beating COVID in 3 days. This is a component of fascist thought, by the way. First of all fascists are on drugs. Second of all, it's important to the fascist that their leaders be genetically Ubermensch. They can't just be regular human beings. It's not possible. Because to recognize that your leaders are regular human beings is to acknowledge that differences in political power aren't underlined with differences in genetic superiority. But fascists can't believe that. That's why people like Garrison cartoons. What's it? Ben Garrison? Wait, is that the right person? Who's the guy who does the cartoons? It's Ben Garrison, right? Yeah, Ben Garrison. That's why he always draws Trump like a super muscly god. Have you seen conservatives talk about Trump, by the way? They talk about him like he's a fucking Superman. There's literally a meme going on right now. Like, here's an X-ray of Trump after he left Walter Reed, and it's a Superman. He's got the cape and stuff because they think that X-rays pick up clothes or something. I don't know. The fascist mind must believe they are politically subservient to a superior human being. So how fucking funny would it be? How insane! By the way, you know how there are other dictatorships around the world where like the leader will boast about how they can like run 1,000 miles without stopping, and they can like bench press 2 trillion pounds, but they just don't do it on cam, you know? And like they're capable of like firing a gun to hit like a target 8 miles away and like sometimes a state released video will come out and they'll like nail it, but it'll be highly edited. You know what I mean? That's what's happening right now in this country. Authoritarians love to posture as strongmen. And Trump doing this, by the way, is especially funny because Trump has never worked a day in his life. Trump's hands, his palms, are actually the softest material known to man. The advent of the purple mattress and its legendary, quilt-like sleepy time comfort was entirely genetically derived from a 3D modeling of Trump's hands. His little baby hands are so soft, so incredibly smooth, that they defy our current knowledge of friction. So the idea of him being like this super strong, tough guy, at least Putin was like a former KGB, at least Putin like dirtied his hands strangling journalists to death, you know? I would believe every journalist who dies in Russia, like anti-Putin journalist who dies in Russia, Putin personally kills, you know? And I respect that a little bit. But Trump, come on. Did Trump really strangle Epstein to death himself? Or did he hire a deep plant, brainwashed former child slave of Epstein to do it for him? I leave the answer to you. Anyway, yeah, let's hire the let's finish the fucking
recently, better than 20 years ago. Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. Don't let that happen. We have the greatest country in the world. We're going back. We're going back to work. We're going to be out front. As your leader, I had to do that. I knew there's danger to it, but I had to do it. I stood out front. I led. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune, I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives. Get out there, be careful. We have the best medicines in the world, and it all happened very shortly, and they're all getting approved. And
I would love to speak on the callousness of Trump saying we have the best medicine in the world while he's trying to knock tens of millions of people off healthcare, and he just came off Walter Reed, which he doesn't have to pay for at all. Yeah, we have the best medicines in the world if you can fucking afford it.
The vaccines are coming momentarily. Thank you very much. And Walter Reed, what a group of people. Thank you very much.
You guys know the cringy meme images that like used to spread around during the MySpace days of like there's a girl with one arrow in her shoulder and she's like, eh. And then there's like a guy with 28 arrows in his back with a fedora and he's like tipping at her and he's like, that looks like it hurts, milady. You know, that's what's happening right here, okay? Trump being drugged up on the finest cocktails in the world while getting shipped back and forth between the White House and the most prestigious medical center in the country, or one of them, I guess, saying how we have the best medicine and we're gonna overcome this and it's not a big deal for us. Holy shit, dude. What an yeah, you know, that we is pulling a lot of work there. That's a strong ass we. That's lifting quite a bit. Whew. Anyway, yeah, utterly deranged. Utterly deranged. Now the LARP video of him walking around. What are you, my fucking showrunner? You mean his like anime opening? It's like the Avengers. Dun 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 dun. Da, da. Da. Da, da, da. Dude, is this Metal Gear Solid 6? Holy shit. This feels so choreographed. I mean, it's obviously choreographed, but like, if your priorities right now are shooting a fucking music video, yeah, what you can't. The reason why this is also edited is because they had to take time to edit out the puppeteering strings that are leading Trump around. You know, they had to take the fucking. They've got a guy on stilts behind him, like desperately trying to lead him around. I do think Trump probably feels good right now. I think he's high as a fucking kite. Just the problem is like all this narrative that they're building right now, where Trump is like this Superman who kicked COVID's ass, you know, it's gonna fall apart when he goes back to Walter Reed. I wonder what their narrative is going to be when that happens, man. What is their narrative going to be when that happens? When Trump's like, "Yeah, I feel great, best I've ever felt, 20 years," and then you know, we wake up one morning at 7 a.m. and a headline announcement at 3 a.m. Trump rushed back to Walter Reed after oxygen levels plummet, you know, and then he goes dead on Twitter for like 2-3 days. I have no idea how they're going to handle that when that happens. They have to know that's going to happen. I don't know why I'm saying that. As I've said many times, the Trump administration is true believers, okay? They don't think it's going to happen, okay? Trump and all the people around him probably do think Trump is some kind of superhuman. They're all true believers, okay? They have completely deluded themselves. It's important we all remember that, okay? That these aren't like super intelligent masterminds navigating the American political system to deceive the populace. They're just fucking idiots. They're fucking morons who know they have to get more money to their sponsors in the oil and gas industry. And that's it. They're otherwise not that different from like a Trump supporter. Like, here's Ben Garrison with his take on the situation. Coronavirus keeping Trump from beating Joe up in the debates more, you know. Here is a United States senatorial candidate, Republican, of course, posting this. For Georgia, a state where tens of thousands of people have died from COVID-19, you know. But yeah, like that's the limit for these people, you know. Like that's it. That's the scope of their brain. It's Trump good, everything Trump do good, have to defend Trump no matter what. And that's it. That's all they have. Empty. Otherwise, completely empty. Incredible. Kelly Loeffler literally profited off stock trading during COVID market crashes. Oh, yeah. This was one of the people who was given insider information about how serious COVID-19 would be, chose not to release it to the public, and then ended up making like millions and millions of dollars selling their stocks in advance of a market crash. I remember that. 20 million. Yes, tens of millions. Thank you. Now I remember. Oh, of course. My bad. Yes, this was the person who allowed millions of Americans get infected and profited massively from people suffering. Yes, I remember now. It's all coming together. Those are literally the worst fake punches to throw in WWE history. Yeah, wow. Trump's not an athlete. Wow, Trump is a bloated, useless sack of shit who's never done an ounce of physical labor in his entire life. Or whoa, slow down with these truth bombs, buddy. Okay, you're gonna knock my head off of this one. You kidding me? WWE is all fake. Listen, kayfabe, I don't actually know how it's pronounced. The art of professional wrestlers pretending that they're fighting requires an unbelievable degree of athleticism. Professional wrestlers go through unbelievable trials to present the fake fighting in the best possible way. It's an incredible amount of skill. Wrestling may be fake, but the art of presenting wrestling is very, very real. But that takes athleticism. Trump, sorry, not so much. Hey.